This woman was about to give birth, but she hemorrhaged the whole way. It's a mother's nightmare. Kate had the same tragedy. She lost her third child in the womb, so she's haunted by nightmares. Kate and her husband have a son and a daughter, but her youngest daughter was born deaf. Kate and her husband decided to adopt another child. That day, the couple arrived at the orphanage. The girl was very well-mannered. Both husband and wife are very satisfied. They found the dean. They found out that Esther was from Russia, the last family that took her and died in a fire. She was out of town when it happened. They took Esther home. Esther was welcomed by her family. That day, Esther met a classmate who teased her. Esther led her classmate up to the top. She pushed her classmate straight down. Her sister saw her do it. The next day, the doorbell rang. It was the director of the orphanage. The director realized that there was something wrong with Esther, the last family that took her in. The fire was arson. The murderer hadn't been caught yet. The director suspected that she had something to do with it, and Esther's been listening from the shadows. She lied to her sister about getting her out of the house. The dean was driving up, but Esther pushed her sister out of the car. Luckily, the dean didn't hit her. Rushed down to see if she was hurt. Esther hit the dean in the back with a hammer. Then she told her sister to hide the body. She threatened her sister if she spoke out, just kill her together. Then Kate got a call from the orphanage. The director hadn't returned. The police found the director's body. Strange things were happening all around her. The more Kate thought about it, the more she realized something was wrong. She was ready to contact Esther's birthplace to protect her child. Kate decided to send Esther away. At night, Kate went to check on her sister, but Esther was sitting in her sister's room. She was confronted by Kate. Esther had already made a show of herself. Kate vowed to get rid of her. The next day Daniel climbed into the treehouse. He was locked inside. Esther set fire to him. Daniel fell out of the tree. Esther tried to kill Daniel with a rock. She was stopped by her sister. Luckily, Kate came along. Kate knew she was behind it all. Daniel was rushed to the hospital. Kate told her husband that Esther did it. The husband still didn't believe his wife. Daniel was revived. They're still waiting for the results. Let her rest at the hospital. She's taking the kids home. Kate warned her husband to keep Esther away from her sister. Husband pretended not to hear. He left with Esther. Esther looked for a dress in her room. The adoptive father looked at his daughter in front of him. He didn't want to say anything. "Let me take care of you." The word scared the father out of his wits. It turned out that Kate was right. That's when Kate got the call. She got a confirmation of Esther's photo. Esther is not a child. She's not a child. She has a hormonal imbalance. That's why she's short. She looks like a child. She's actually a grown woman of 33. The last family that adopted her, because she tried to seduce her adoptive father. She let him burn his family down. Kate couldn't believe it. Because of the humiliation of adoptive father, Esther was so enraged. Esther cut the power to the house. A figure in the darkness. The killer didn't hesitate. Her sister witnessed her father's death, dead by the devil's sword. She hid in fear. Kate finally arrived. Seeing her husband on the ground, Kate realized what had happened. She rushed to find her daughter and took her away. But then Esther appeared behind her. Kate and the madman were fighting on the ice. The daughter grabbed her gun to save her mother, but then both of them fell through the ice and into the water. Kate struggles to get to shore. Esther is still in pursuit. The maniac sinks to the bottom of the lake. The water is calm again. Kate picks up her terrified daughter. She and her daughter, thinly clad, walked through the snow. The police found them. This horrible dream was finally over.